Are you ready for a 30-minute full body workout? This applies to mature adults and beginners. So Coach Kim, seasoned personal trainer, ready to work you out. If you have a chair nearby, that'd be really fabulous. Something nice and sturdy. A bridge chair would be fine. If you don't have a chair, you can stand by a wall, and that's for stability. And maybe some of you are like, I don't need that, that's fine. We're all different levels. So I'm gonna hold on to this chair. We're gonna start with a nice little march. So I'd like you to just lift up one leg and then the other. Try to bring so the leg is up at a 90 degree. Just keep moving. We're gonna march. We're gonna get that heart rate going. If you feel confident and you wanna take your hand off and you can do this without holding on, that's fine too. You do what works for you. So I'm so proud of you for showing up. You said, I am going to move today because movement is medicine, motion is motion. Let's get 10 more of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, didn't that feel great? We're going to give a nice full body workout today. And speaking of your body, this is a great tool. Your body's a machine, so let's plan on using it and moving it. So I want you to hold on to something steady. You're gonna take your outside leg. I'm gonna do a little pendulum. Now notice how my body's staying upright and I'm just moving this leg back and forth. Such great for getting that hip moving. Just keep moving, little pendulum. The standing knee is nice and spongy, it's soft. Perfect, and notice I'm not leaning back and forth. Let's get 5 more. That's 4, super, 3, that's 2, 1. Now let's trade up those legs. We gotta even it out. Keep going. We're going to get a total of 10 here. That's 3, 4. Oh, I can feel the hips saying thank you. And 6. And you could do this several times a day. 8, you get in the mood. You can turn this on later this afternoon. Or in the morning, first thing in the morning. Let's get 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Perfect. Now, what I'd like you to do is lift up the leg behind you. It's kind of like you're giving your butt a little kick here. And we all need a good butt kick once in a while. So picking up the foot, you're gonna feel this in the back of the legs a little stretch in the top, and you are working that heart. You're working the legs. If you wanna get a little fancy dancy, try to do it without holding on. That's great too. Again, all I ask is you do what works for you. Keep going. You've got 10 more. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So holding on to something, I'd like you to put, if you have the chair or the wall, you can even just put both hands on your legs. Sit your butt back and stretch your hamstrings. That's the back of the leg there. And just hold the stretches anywhere between 10 and 20 seconds. It's fine. Just breathe through that motion. And stretching is slight discomfort, definitely not pain. If you feel pain, then you're stretching too hard. And let's switch to the other side. There we go. You know our animals. You notice cats and dogs, the first thing they do in the morning is they get up and stretch. We're meant to stretch and you feel better. So that's what we're doing. We're getting a little heart involved today. We're working the muscles. We're stretching. We're strengthening. Perfect. So I'd like you to hold on, anchor yourself. You're going to take your outer leg and you're going to lift it out and back. Beautiful. Nice exercise for the hips here. This is called abduction. Little outer leg lift. 5. Perfect. Standing knee is soft. 6, 7. Notice how I'm not leaning. 8. I'm not leaning either way. 9 and 10. Let's switch legs. So that's 1. Standing leg is soft. 2. Notice my body's nice and upright. 3. Keep going. 4. You're doing great. 5. Don't you feel better already? 6. I bet you do. 7. Every cell in your body says thank you. 8. Keep going. 9 and 10. Beautiful. Now, next one I'm going to give you. Your feet are going to be shoulder width. I'd like both of your toes facing forward. If you need to hold on to a chair, you are welcome to do that. Otherwise, I'd like you to try to sit to a squat. You're going to stand up, and let's do a little rotate, So keep that head, I'm looking forward at you. You can let the head follow if you'd like to with your rotation. Keep your tummy nice and tight. Go into a squat. Now, if you're saying, oh, my knees are hurting, achy, just go a partial squat, just a little squat. That's 4. We're gonna get 1 more. A little squat. That's 5. Rest up, rest. Because now guess what? We're gonna do 5 more squats, but now we're gonna rotate from the opposite direction. So So engage that core. It's kind of like someone gave you a little sucker punch in the belly button here. And squat, side, side. Beautiful. Squat's a very functional movement. You're going to plan on doing this every day. We sit to stand. So this is going to make you better at it. The more the bone muscles get stronger, you'll be able to perform this a lot easier. Maybe even without holding on to the arms of the chair. And rest. Beautiful. So what I'd like you to do with this one is you're going to put both feet close together. Put your body. You're going to lift up out to the side. Lift your arm up and then come back. So we're waking up that shoulder. Notice how my thumb is up, facing up like Fonzie, if anybody remembers Fonzie back in the happy days. You're going to lift up, being happy. I talk about that too. Abe Lincoln had a good quote. He says, we're about as happy as we make up our minds to be. And that body's really happy right now. So let's get a couple more. Step out to the side. You're lifting the arm up at the same time. And rest. Now we're going to go to the other side. Now if you have to hold on, you can move your chair or move to the other side. If you don't have to hold on, that's even better. And maybe you can practice that, or just do a couple of them without holding on. And if you feel you need a little extra support, then hold on to the chair. I think you're doing super. Let's get two more for fun. One and two. Beautiful. All right, next stretch. What I'd like you to do is put your left arm down by your side, your right hand on top of your head, and gently tilt to the side. Now notice how I'm not tilting my whole body. I'm just tilting my head, and I'm feeling a nice stretch in the outside of my neck. Now I'll tell you, with this is 6 to 8 pounds we get to hold up every day. So it's good to do a little stretch. Now put your other hand on the side and tilt your head gently. And you could do these stretches several times a day. Now I'd like you to take your head and roll it from left to right. And let's roll it again from right to left. Now have you noticed I'm going in a gentle semicircle only. Moving that neck around. I told you I don't want to neglect any of your muscle groups today. Up and roll. Perfect. Let's do a whole big roll. Oh, didn't that feel nice? Yes, you know it did. Now what we're going to do this next one, I'd like you to go ahead and have a seat on your chair. So if you have a chair, that's great. Make sure it has back support, that's even better. Your feet are shoulder width. We're going to do that squat again, but this time, sit to stand, your feet shoulder width. You're going to come up, and I want you to completely sit down. Go all the way back, and then push up. Now, if some of you are struggling with that, and you have to use a little push off your chair, that's fine. Use that upper body. But the goal is to eventually do it without. So just do another little sit to stand. Breathe out. Are your toes facing forward? Is your weight heavy on that back heel? And then stand up. And I'd like you to practice this 3 sets of 10 every day. And watch how much stronger you get. And you could do it 1 set in the morning, 1 set at lunch, 1 set in the evening. Let's get one more for fun. All the way up, and then come back down. Beautiful. I'd like you to go ahead, anchor your right hand. Okay, I'd like you to reach up and over and stretch for your sides. Beautiful. So you can feel this in the side, up, down. Let's get one more. Reach, and back down. Perfect. Now, a nice little rotational stretch. I'd like you to take your opposite hand on your opposite leg. So I'm using my left arm on my right knee. I'm going to put my other hand behind me, and I'm going to give a nice little gentle twist. Gentle twist. So I'm not overstretching. Beautiful. Now we'll go to the other side. So take your opposite hand behind, sit up tall. Oh, doesn't that feel nice? Love, love, love. I know my body's loving this right now. I'm sure yours is too. Now, I'd like you to put your hands on top of your legs here. Your back is supported. And some people might need to roll a little towel or pillow behind your back to get that nice support. So you're going to sit up tall. You're going to go up on those toes and back down. This is called a seated calf raise. You're going to feel this, yes, in the calves. Specifically the lower calves, that's 3. So up on those toes, 4. And what I want you to do is squeeze the calf muscle, 5. Oh, all the way up, 6. And I'm greedy on this one. I want 15 of them. 7, and you can do it. 8, I don't want any stinking thinking going on. 9, you know what stinking thinking is? I'm tired, my muscles hurt. We need to shift that thinking and say, you know what? I'm grateful I can move my body, and it feels good to move my body. So much to be grateful for. Let's get one more. Up and hold, hold. You feel that in the calf? Hold it, hold it. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just kind of shake it out. What I'd like you to do is lean your back, take one foot. Ooh, did you hear that? I've got some Rice Krispies. I want you to rotate that ankle in both directions. Just keep moving it, shifting it back and forth in a couple circles. Go in the other way. Beautiful. You gotta work those ankles. Now, what I'd like you to do is point and flex. Point and flex. You feel that in the quadricep. Little bit of the calves. All right, the other foot, one ankle wants some attention, so let's go ahead and rotate the ankle. You want to be pain-free? Well, one thing we need to do is move and take this medicine every day. And hopefully you're taking walks every day. Are you out there? Even just start with 5 minutes and work up to doing 10 and then 15. Maybe some of you can even do a 30-minute walk every day. Even a swim or a bike ride. Do something that gets that heart moving. You always feel better when you do. Okay, back and forth, point and flex the foot. And flex, point and flex. Good. Now what I'd like you to do is we're going to take one leg. Let's start with your right leg. Your back is flat. I want you to flex the foot, which means bring your toes up towards you. Hold that leg up and squeeze. Put your hand on there so you feel that muscle. Squeeze and hold that. That's 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg down. This is called a leg extension, all the way up. You ever heard of a leg extension machine in the gyms? Did you know Jack LaLanne was the first to originally create those machines back down? Who was Jack LaLanne? Well, some of you out there cackling because you've heard of him already. He's considered the godfather of fitness, Mr. Jumping Jack himself. Bring it down. That man opened up the first gym in 1936. Did you know that, in Oakland, California? And back in that day, oh, they thought they were freaks if they worked out. Well, that man was on to something, Mr. Jack LaLanne. Come back down. We're going to get one more rep. All the way up. He had the first fitness show that lasted over 30 years, which started in the early 50s. Come all the way up, way before my time. But I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot about him. Drop down. And he was on to something. He said if people would move their bodies every day and eat food in its natural state, fruits and vegetables, we'd be happier. Boy, it really... You're going to hear me talk a lot about Jack LaLanne. And those of you that might have watched his show, Jack LaLanne Show, guess what he was doing? Exercises on a chair. So I will be your 2020 something Jack LaLanne. Down. All the way up, up, up. You're doing super. Let's get 2 more. Remember to keep that foot flexed towards you. Squeeze that quadricep. And those of you with knee issues, these are imperative. You want to strengthen all the muscles around the knee. Let's get one more for fun. All the way up, squeeze that quadricep, and come back down. Beautiful job. What I'd like you to do on this is take one arm behind you like you have an itch back there on your back you can't reach. Take your other hand, cup it back, and stretch the tricep muscle. That's this muscle right here. Oh, beautiful. Now we're going to go to the other side. Reach back, stretch. Again, stretching should not be painful, just slightly discomfort. So as soon as you feel like you've met that point, just go ahead and stop. I'd like you to take your wrist now, if you don't mind, and let's do some wrist rolls. Big wrist rolls. Oh, you're doing a great job. Now reverse those wrist rolls. Excellent. And I'd like you to do this called a blinker. Open and close your thumbs like a little blinker. Now blink quick. Blink, blink, blink. Perfect. Keep going, keep smiling. Use lots of different muscles when you smile. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake that out. Perfect. Now extend one arm out straight in front of you. Put your other hand on top. Now notice your arm is straight. Don't keep it bent. Straight. And you're going to feel this right on top, right through here. If you've ever suffered with carpal tunnel syndrome, or maybe some of you play golf or tennis, these are excellent stretches. And let's switch sides. Notice the palm is down. Pull it down gently. And feel a good stretch from that. Now we're going to go back to that original hand. Put your hand up like you're saying stop. Stop. Don't do that. Put your arm up. Perfect. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Just 15 minutes, and again, you could do this a couple times a day. And switch to the other side. Beautiful. So we found a nice spot on the ground, and I'd like you to go ahead and get on your back. Some of you might want to put a little pillow behind your head, and that's fine. And I want you to notice my legs are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to push with my heels. I'm going to do what's called a glute bridge or a bridge movement. Push it with the heels. I want you to lift up that glute. Hold up for 1 second, come back down. And glute is just another name for your little back porch back there. All the way up. You're gonna squeeze the glutes and come back down. Again, I want you to push with those heels as you lift up, engaging that posterior chain of your body, which includes the hamstrings, the glutes, the butt cheeks, and your lower back. And I'll tell you what, if you do feel back pain with this, I'd like you to go ahead and just not do it, okay? We don't want pain. This is an exercise, and we're gonna work up to where you can do the glute bridge pain-free. And I'll actually show you a different exercise after this, if you do have back pain, that you can do in place of the glute bridge. So let's go ahead and get 3 more of these, all the way up, up, up. Squeeze the butt cheeks at the top, come back down. 2 more. You're doing a great job. Up, back down. Your body's getting stronger, stronger. Every day and every way gets better and better. Now this last one, hold it up. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop it back down. I want you to hug those knees to chest. Put your hands on top of the knees, connect your fingers, lift your body up, and this is a beautiful back stretch. It's flexion. And so many of us, especially as we age, we start getting stenosis, that narrowing of the joints in the spine there, so it feels good to flex. This feels nice. Put your feet nice and flat. In that same position, you're gonna do what's called a pelvic tilt, and this is an option for those of you that the glute bridge might have given you some back pain. I'd like you to push your back flat, flat to the ground, and then release. So again, push that back flat to the ground. So I'm smushing my back flat and then coming back up. So I'd like you to perform these pelvic tilts, which I'm tilting my pelvis down, making my back flat, in place of the glute bridge if you have that back pain. So you're gonna go back, hold, let's get 1 more. This should be pain-free, pushing down and hold that back flat, and release. Let's go ahead and do a couple knee drops. Drop those knees to the side. And remember, it's a drop, not a flop. So this is good for the hips and back. Try to keep the shoulder blades on the ground. Beautiful. Keep going back and forth, gentle knee drop. No pain. As a matter of fact, you're probably saying, Coach Kim, this feels so good. These knee drops, and when you pull those knees into chest, it does feel nice. Beautiful. Excellent. So on this next one, what I'd like to do is actually I'm going to add a couple more stretches since we're in this position. Take your left knee into your chest. I want you to hug that knee in and rotate the ankle in both directions. Your other leg can be either bent or straight out. If you have back issues, I suggest to keep it bent. Rotate that happy ankle like we did earlier, and then switch. Pull the knee in, rotate that ankle in both directions. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and do that 1 more time on each side. These are great for the hip and lower back. Rotate. And you know, 80% of people have issues with their lower back at some point in their life. So let's not create issues, and let's if you do have issues, let's make them better. And then switch. Pull the other knee into chest. Good. Excellent. Extend that right leg out straight for me. Take your left knee with your right hand on top of the left knee. Pull it across your body, looking in the opposite direction. Good, you're doing, oh, beautiful job. You're gonna feel this in the hip, the glute, the lower back, and then switch sides. So take that leg, opposite hand, opposite leg, and I'd like you to look in that opposite position. Hold the stretch, come back down. If you wanna feel it more in the glute, I'd like you to pull it up a little more diagonal. Good, excellent. And again, these are great with people with back issues. You could do this several times a day. Switch again, and those glute bridges, those are nice, a good stretch for that posterior chain, or the pelvic tilt if you have back issues and maybe the glute bridge might bother you. We're going to end by pulling both knees into chest. Excellent. Beautiful. Remember to breathe. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Gently lower those legs. Beautiful. Excellent. All right, we're still in that same back position. This time, a lot of us have knee issues, so please pay attention and perform this one. I'd like you to flex your foot. Your right knee is bent, your back is nice and flat, your neck is relaxed. Flex your foot, and I'd like you to lift it up and then back down. You're lifting that leg too. I want you to flex the foot. You're gonna feel this in the quadricep 3. So we're gonna work all the muscles around the knee. Some of you guys are going, I need this. So again, you could do this a couple times a day. Lift and lower. That's 7. Excellent job. 8. I'm just holding my head up to watch you. 9. Make sure you're doing a great job there. Let's get 2 more. Actually, 2 more. 11 and 12. Let's go ahead and switch your feet. Flex that foot towards you. It's going to activate that quadricep. Back is flat. Lift up, back down. When you lift the leg up, just make sure you don't get any higher than your other knee. 3 and 4. You're doing a super job. Some people make this a little harder by putting a little ankle weight. 6 on the end of their ankle there. 7, but I think this is just fine. You could always do more reps. 8. I'm doing 12 today. 9. Lift up. That's 10. Again. 11 and 12. Beautiful. Now extend that other straight leg, and I want you to, instead of flexing the foot towards you, and you might do a little bit, but turn the inside of the foot so it's facing up. Now I'm going to lift up, let my head relax, and I'm lifting and lowering. You're going to feel this more in the inner side of the leg, the inner thigh. 4, and some of you guys are going, I need that. 5, but again, I'm thinking about your knees here, strengthening all these little stabilizer muscles to the knee. Again, we're going to get 12 reps. I believe we're on 9 and 10. If I'm missing count, just do a couple extras for me. 11 and 12. Beautiful. Well, you got to even out the other side. So go ahead and put that foot slight turn so that inside of the foot's facing up. And remember to breathe through the motion. 2. Oh, you were doing such a great job. 3. Happy knees. 4. 5. Happy legs, happy body. 6. And I keep talking about these happy cells. 7. Keep going. 8. It's so important to strengthen all these muscles. 9. The little ones, the big ones. 10. And that heart I talked about earlier. 11 and 12. Good. Let's do a little hip opener here. I'd like you to have your feet facing each other. The closer they are to your body, the harder. So go ahead and gently put your hands on the top of those legs. Just a gentle rock back and forth. Oh, some of you going, Coach Kim, you've got me. I feel it in the stretches. Oh, men and women alike, we need to be doing our stretches. We're our most flexible between the ages of 5 and 8, and I believe most of us are past that by now. So I'd like you to pull both knees into chest. Oh, feel a good stretch again for that back. And I'd like you to roll the knees 3 circles to one direction. That's 2. That's 1, and let's roll the other way. That's 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, we're going to get on our sides this time. Now on our sides, I'd like you to put your feet together like this. Again, if you have a pillow to anchor yourself, I'm using my hands so I can watch you. You're going to stack your feet, and you're going to take one leg, you're going to lift up and lower. This is a clamshell. 2, you're going to feel this right here in the outer glute and the hip. 3, great little therapy type exercise. 4, and if you think about what therapy is, it's moving. And 6, keep going. We're going to shoot for 12 reps. 7, if it's too easy, get 15. 8, keep going. 9, you're doing a super job. 10, oh, are you feeling this? 11, I know I am. And 12, let it rest, rest, rest. Now we're going to do the second set, so let's get ready before we flip on the other side. We're going to go 1 and 2. Keep going. You've got this. 3, no stinking thinking. 4, keep going. 5, because we're going to be flipping to that other side right after this. 7, keep going. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I know you're feeling it. 11 and 12. Beautiful. So this next one's for the rotator cuff. You got me in a therapy mood, so we're going to be working the rotator cuff. Some of you are saying, I've had issues with that. Well, we're going to help strengthen that. So let's pretend we have a little 1 or 2 pound weight in there. I'd like you to put your hand a 90-degree right through here. Support their neck or have a nice little pillow underneath. You're going to come up. You're going to rotate the arm up, come back down. Again, if you have a little weight or even a soup can or a water bottle, you can use that as weight. But notice how my arm's not coming up. Keep the elbow anchored. That's 3. And keep going. That's 4. We're going to keep going. And that's 5. Perfect. 6. I'm smiling because you feel good. 7. 8. Keep going. That's 9. Love it. 10. Even if you don't have weight, you're probably feeling this. 11 and 12. Good. Let that rest a little bit. As a matter of fact, what I'd like you to do is stack those hands together, and I'd like you to reach up and turn the body over. Oh, that feels nice. Let's do that 5 times. Put your hands like you're giving yourself a nice little yay, and then reach back, 2. So you're not only gonna feel this open, that shoulder, you're gonna feel a little bit in your waist. We're gonna do this 5 times. That's 3. Keep those legs stacked. Perfect, let your head follow. 4. We're gonna get 1 more, and 5. Beautiful. Ready for that second set? Let's go. We're gonna come up, same thing we just did, back down and up. 2, rotator cuff. 3, those are the little muscles in the shoulders. 4, you know, when you want to perform things. 5, you know, when you lift things above your head. 6, or even putting on a bra behind your back. 7, some of you guys are laughing at me. You're like, I'm a guy, I don't wear a bra. 8, no, but maybe you're reaching for something. 9, a tool or something in the back seat of the car. 10, give me 2 more. You want to be able to have flexibility and strength and not hurt this rotator cuff. So let's keep it stronger. Okay, everybody, we're flipping sides. Here we go. Okay, now we're gonna be doing that clamshell again. If you have your pillow, stack your pillow. Your feet are stacked, nicely aligned on top of each other. Top leg, lift and lower, 2. And to make this harder, you could have a little mini band. You just put that right above the knee. 4, and some of you are saying, hey, I don't need mini bands. This is hard enough as is. 6, then keep it just right here. 7, again for the hip. 8, the glute. Motion is lotion. 9, keep going. 10, and 11, and 12. Beautiful. Let's put that hand down. Again, if you have a little water bottle, soup can, or maybe a 2-pound weight, and you're gonna lift up. Remember, a big keynote here is keep the elbow down. A lot of people tend to lift. Let that elbow stay right there for 90 degree. Some people even put a towel, put like a little hand towel underneath there, and that's fine. And that's 6. You're doing a great job. 7, let's shoot for 12. 8, and that's 9. Keep going. 10, you've got 2 more in you. 11, and 12. Beautiful. So we're gonna go back to doing our second clamshell. Let's go ahead, we're gonna work on that right now. 3. Oh, I love you doing this. 4, you have no idea how much better you're gonna feel. I promise you. 6, there's a lot of stuff that goes on when you work this body. 7, it moves better. 8, and 9, 10. Let's get a couple more. 11. Oh, I know you're feeling it right here in the back porch. Second set, let's go with that rotator cuff. 2, you're gonna have this memorized in no time. 3, remember to keep working. 4, and are you eating healthy? 5, how many fruits and vegetables have you had today? 6, I'd like you to ask yourself that. 7, because that's premium fuel is those fruits and vegetables. 9, keep going. 10, you've got 2 more. 11, if you feel like it's enough by now, you can stop at any time. Okay, extend those arms out. We're almost done, everybody. I want you to stack those hands. We're gonna reach out behind you. Oh, that's it. And each time, try to reach a little bit more. Now notice how I'm reaching and turning. My head's looking. 2, come back down. And if you wanna keep that water bottle in your hand while you do that, that's fine too. 3, you got 2 more. That's 4. Ooh, nice reach. 1 more. And 5. Let it rest because we're going to do 1 more set. And then I'm going to say congratulations for finishing your workout today. You can check that off your list. And then reach. We got 5. Did you go for your walk today, or your swim, or your bike ride? Remember, try to get in 30 minutes a day. 3, and try to do this at least 3 times a week, what we're doing here with our workout. And that's 4. You've got 1 more. Reach. 5. Beautiful. I'd like everybody to sit up, please. Tall. 1 foot over the other. Give a nice little rotation. Feel that stretch. And we'll go 1 more time. We're going to feel this rotation. Just add a little bit extra stretch for the glutes. Beautiful. And I just want to thank you for joining us in our workout today. You did a great job. Thank you for joining me today. You did a great job, and I'm very, very proud of you. Make sure you always check with your physician. Make sure everything's in tip-top. So I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.